I took my niece to court over a coat, and honestly, I still don't regret it one bit. It started 2 years ago when my niece Kenna turned 18. She was living with me and my husband because her mom had basically abandoned her when she was 16. We took her in, paid for everything, treated her like our own kid. I even bought her this gorgeous winter coat from North Face that cost me $300. It was her early birthday present and she was obsessed with it. Then spring came and she moved out to live with some boyfriend. Fine, whatever, kids gotta learn. But she left a bunch of stuff at our place, including that coat. I texted her multiple times asking when she wanted to pick up her things. She kept saying later or I'll come by this weekend, but never showed up. 6 months passed. I texted again, no response. Another 3 months, still nothing. By winter, I figured she'd basically abandoned everything, so I donated most of her old clothes to charity. But I kept the coat because it was expensive and barely worn. My sister-in-law Sophie was the same size as Kenna, and she really needed a good winter coat, so I gave it to her. Fast forward to this past December. Kenna suddenly shows up at my door demanding her stuff back. I explained that I'd donated most of it because she never picked it up despite me asking for over a year. She lost her mind when I told her about the coat. "You gave my coat to Sophie? That was a $300 coat!" she screamed. I told her she abandoned it and that I'd tried reaching out multiple times. She called me a thief and said she was going to sue me. I laughed because I thought she was just being dramatic. 2 weeks later, I got served papers. She was actually taking me to small claims court for the cost of the coat plus emotional damages. The audacity was unreal. So I gathered all my evidence. Screenshots of the unanswered texts, proof that she'd been living elsewhere for over a year, receipts showing I'd bought the coat in the first place. I even got a witness statement from our neighbor who saw me trying to contact her. Court day came and Kenna showed up with her mom, who I hadn't spoken to in 3 years. They both acted like I was this evil person who stole from family. Kenna told the judge I illegally disposed of her property and that the coat had sentimental value. When it was my turn, I showed the judge everything. The texts, the timeline, the receipts. I explained that I'd housed and fed her for 2 years, bought her that coat as a gift, and tried for over a year to get her to collect her belongings. The judge looked at Kenna and asked why she waited so long to retrieve her property. She mumbled something about being busy with school and work. He asked if she'd responded to my texts about picking up her things. She said no, but claimed she meant to. The judge ruled in my favor. He said that after a reasonable amount of time and multiple attempts to contact her, I had every right to dispose of abandoned property. He also noted that since I'd originally purchased the coat as a gift, there was no clear ownership anyway. Kenna started crying and yelling that it wasn't fair. Her mom started screaming at me in the hallway, calling me petty and vindictive. I just walked away.